guys, we are back on the water for another Gold Coast Boating Centre walkthrough. This one is the 745 Game King from Extreme Boats, and I must say, what an awesome fishing boat this is. Obviously a full plate build that you'd expect from Extreme Boats, the craftsmanship going through, but the amount of space inside the cabin, the deck area. We're going to jump onto the boat, we're going to go through some of the features, some of the options that we've loaded onto this one as well. But as always, if you do like these videos, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel, and that way you won't miss a future video. All right, here we are at the front of this beast. It's beautiful. It's got a massive cab, which we'll go through inside later, but massive windscreen across the front. We have put the windscreen wiper option on this one, so on those days where the conditions do turn a bit nasty, have one of those on, you've still got great visibility while you're on the way and driving. But as we're moving forward, obviously you've got the extreme lines, which they're known for, just the finish on these things. So swept back design, they're a beautiful boat to look at, but even better to drive still. But these big bow rails coming through, you can see the quality of the welds coming all the way through. The CNC cleats are on here as well, no different with the other Extreme boats too. But what we have put on is the sea deck option, and we'll go through that later inside the boat too, but we've actually continued it all the way up in top of the cabin here. So if you did want to cast a couple rods up the front, go for it. You've got that grip there beneath your seat, again on the gunnels here too, so it just continues around. We have opted in for an electric anchor, which you can see right there, and our other option is the electric motor mount there, so we can add on a Minn Kota of a size to suit for this boat. And as I always say, especially Gold Coast, Queensland waters, Minn Kota, change your fishing game forever. So you can add one of those on, it'll just stow across the side. And you can't have a nice big cab boat without some fresh circulation. Massive cabin hatch there as well. So awesome, beautiful boat to look at. It's got some great features on the outside. Okay, so moving down the side of this 745 Game King. Obviously we've got the sliding windows here, so both on either side for, again, just more circulation throughout the boat. Beautiful looking cab. We have opted in for the pillar step, so if you do want to reach the roof, add these on, just makes your job a little bit easier trying to get up there. You can also put a full C deck, U deck, depending whatever you want, flooring up there. So again, if you do want to jump up there and cast rods, add some grip up there, it's fully doable. So pillar steps to get up there. Again, continuing down, we've also got the C deck on here. But just notice these little things, have extreme things about here, just to stop water. So if you do take on water over the front, you got to stop here, so it's not going to run inside of the boat. It's going to be directed outside. So just those little 1% things that Extreme thinks about, just to make your boating experience a little more enjoyable. We have got CNC'd rod holders here, so fully made in the Extreme factory. There's actually 3 on either side, so 6. Again, I don't want to count how many rod holders are on this boat because it is just limitless. 2 cup holders either side as well. So again, if you want to put, these are good just to put sinkers and hooks in, go for your life on those. As we continue on our way down the back of the boat here, you may notice we've opted in for these awesome casting cages on the back. I think these are the best in the industry, especially on a boat like this, and you want to make use of the full space of the boat. Jump out the back of the transom, add this on. It also doubles down as a ladder too. So if you do want to re-enter, especially if you're out diving, it's got 3 rungs deep, so it's very easy to jump back into the boat if you are out in deep sea or if you're over a reef doing some snorkeling. And it also doubles as protection as well. So if you are in some rough sea and you are casting out the back, doing a bit of line work, you're not going to be falling out the back of the boat. It's also got a rod holder on either end, just welded onto there too. So again, there's another cleat here. We've added in a couple more lights, and yeah, just some great options to have on a 745 Game King. So powering us along, none other than Yamaha, of course, here at Gold Coast Boating Centre. But this is the Yamaha F300XCB configuration. So what that gives us is our full digital throttle. So effortless gear selection into forward, neutral, reverse. You're not fighting with the throttle cables, anything like that. It's all digital, drive-by-wire control. But this one, we've actually opted in for bolt-on electric steering too, and you can do that with this motor. So if you do want to upgrade to Helm Master, autopilot, like we've done with this motor is fully compatible with that. So you may notice we have got the bigger Yamaha electric helm at the front here, but 300 horsepower is the maximum horsepower for the 745 Game King, and it's an absolute rocket, this boat. If you haven't been on a Yamaha V6 powered boat before. I'm telling you, these things are an absolute monster. 4.2 litre, of course, V6 configuration, and the thing just goes. You've got plenty of power when you need it, especially if you are heading out to rough seas. You know, make sure, go for a 300. You've got best power, best fuel efficiency, and you've got the reliability of Yamaha behind you. Righty guys, so got the Yamaha powering us, the F300. Now this V6 is an absolute beast of a motor. I've got my Yamaha CL5 copy of the gauge displaying through my Garmin up here. So this is what I keep an eye on, our speed here, our revs and all that information. Do a quick little whole shot test just to show you guys the crazy power of this Yamaha V6 outboard. Everyone in. There's just so much power behind you. It's crazy how much there is. It almost reminds me of being on a roller coaster, specifically the Superman ride at Ruby World. If anyone's ever been on that in that initial start, that's exactly how I feel taking off out of this boat. It's just so much fun. There's so much power when you need it. Great to drive, and it's just an awesome, awesome boat. Okay, at the back of the boat here, into the boarding area, we have got the removable transom door here, so this just pretty much slides out, stows under the starboard side over there, but we'll just put this here for now. So and that gives us entrance through to the back of the boat, casting cages like we just spoke about earlier, and this customer actually has added in a freshwater shower, which we can do at Gold Coast Boating Centre. So if you obviously if you do jump into salt water, you're going to get pretty salty, it's going to get sticky on the skin. Have a freshwater shower, gets rid of all that. So great option to have if you are thinking of doing that. So that just goes back inside there, close the little cap there. Light bait tank as per normal from Extreme, nothing has really changed there, but you can see we have got the sea deck flooring running the way through the boat here. So it feels awesome on your feet, provides that grip, doesn't heat up at all, easy to clean. Just a great option to have on a boat like this. So and that continues onto the top of the light bait tank here too. So that's all there. Casting cage, which we spoke about before. This is the 400mm bait station up here. So we have got our 4 welded rod holders. There's a little cup holder here, a couple drawers here for your tackle and all that too. So they both open up. But there is a few different style bait boards that you can get from Extreme. They're all on our website, or if you want to jump onto Extreme Boats, they're all there and you can make up your mind which one you want on your boat. We've also got the removable folding lounge on this one too. So, and this also doubles as more rod storage. So open this up, you've got 4 rod holders here and that'll stay up too. So put them in, once you finish, take them all out, you got a lounge. Now, if you don't want the lounge, it can fully come out. And if you don't want to use it, you got the legs which just fold away too. So one on either side. Very easy, tucks away. Extreme's thought about it very well. This gives us access to our batteries back here and all of our pumps and that. So we've got our dual batteries there. And you'll see we've probably got a fuel filter and some pumps and stuff back here as well. So a little bit more storage, but that's all closed away at the back there. And they've done a nice and tidy setup of this transom on a 745. Awesome little option to have on your Extreme boat is the knee hand wash system. For example, blood gut scales on your hands, tap it with your knee, water comes out the side, lean over, wash your hands. Great little option. Cool option to have again for more rod storage whenever you may need it is the removable rod rack. And this just sits onto the side of these side pockets here. So just slides back and forth wherever you may need the rods. On the day you don't need it, take it out, leave it at home. But it's just as simple, putting on, and it can also go onto the other side too. Okay, top of the cabin, we've got 10 rod holders welded into the actual frame of this top of the cab up here. So again, more rod storage, but we've also got the pop-out bimini on the 745 Game King. Now on the 646 and the 616 models, it is just an extended cab, but on the 745, you still got that option to do the pop-out bimini, and that's what this is here. So it can fully come out, removable too, but again, just for that extra shade across the back of the neck, this is a great option to have. Okay, so passenger side seating. We've opted in for the curved seating on this 745 Extreme. Now, again, there's so many different options of seating that you can go for with Extreme boats. Jump onto their website, you can see the full range there. But this is the curved seating design. This little seat here pops up and you've got storage down in like a little storage bin down there. Put that back on the top. Nice combing around the back here, so if you're back, nice to have that cushion and comfort behind you. And again, it's a good little spot for someone to sit, watch the kids if they're out water sporting, tubing, any of that. As we flow through, we have got the bolster seat upgrade up here. So if you stand down, sit down, stand up driving, that is all fully doable. Just, move the bolster up and down. And we have got storage beneath here as well for your valuables. Keeps them out the weather nice and dry. Pop that back down. And very similar on the driver's side, same setup at the back. You have got the removable cushion with some storage below there, the nice combing finish across the backrest. But what's different on this one is that we've actually opted in for a full fridge system here too. A good place to keep your drinks nice and cool, cold food, etc. Put all that under the driver. So inside the cabin now, and Extreme does a beautiful job just with the finish of these boats. You can see the lining on the top of the cab here, keeps a bit of the heat off from the sun, but just a beautiful finish as well. We've added in a few more rails down the middle here. So again, if people want to stand, if your passengers are standing, great little spot to just get some extra grip. There's more grip points on top here, down the side of the cab as well. So yeah, plenty of grip inside this cabin, but it is a beautiful finished cabin. We've got our radios at the top up there. We'll also option in a cool little hatch up here too. So pair that in with the sliding windows, hatch, great aeration throughout this 745 Game King. Okay, now into the helm station of this 745 Game King. Great dash layout here. We have got the removable panel as well. So if you do want to change your electronics down the track, you don't have to be worried about cutting into the metal and trying to figure out a way how to, clean it all up again. Just get a removable panel and then you can start fresh again. So we've got the removable panel here. We have got the Garmin GPS map model here. Now you can also size this up to a 16-inch display. You've got plenty of room on this dash. It's all angled nicely towards the driver. We've got our Yamaha autopilot system just located here. These are our trim tab here from Electro Tabs, which gives you the full control up and down there. We've got some more gang switch panels down the bottom down here. So we've got our 8, which control all our miscellaneous items, our VHF radio control, obviously, our Sav winch control, which we are just anchored up now, which we had a look at before. So that's how I control it up and down right there. We have got our Yamaha CL5 gauge down here too. So this is the top of the line touchscreen gauge here from Yamaha, which gives us all our live fuel usage, fuel readings, all our hours, any other bits of information you need to know about from the motor. That is all located on that display right there. And we've actually linked it into the vessel itself. So there's our GPS map reading the live data from the Yamaha CL5 gauge. So you can fully do that with the GPS map model there from Garmin. But as I move down, we have got some more USB plugs up here, a couple of those, 12-volt socket there. And here is our 6x9 binnacle control box from Yamaha. So this controls obviously our motor, but it's full flyby digital control. So I'm not fighting against any tension with throttle cables, any of that. This is the most beautiful system to drive a boat. It is so easy to do it. We've got our trim controls right here. Speed control too, so if you do want to do trolling, that's all there. But a beautiful control box from Yamaha. And this customer specifically got the joystick control here as well. So our full level 4 maneuverability system. So it gives our fish point, which is our spot lock system. So we can press that and the motor will hold itself using GPS against wind and against current as best as it can. So you can go out and fish over a bait ball, whatever. It will actually hold you on the spot. So a great system to have. And of course the joystick, so we can do our up, down, our turning all through that too. Extreme's done a great job with visibility on this Game King as well. It's pretty much a full 180 plus degree range of viewing here. We've got our glass windscreen running through, and we've actually tinted this one too, and it actually looks really good. So on those sunny days where it's just a bit glary, that definitely comes in to help. Here's our sliding windows again, all here. But again, I've got visibility, great visibility all the way through, so I know exactly where I'm heading. If there's any obstacles in the way, I don't have to worry about that at all. Now, to really appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into these extreme boats, you really got to get inside one of these boats. But just what they do with this double lined cabin here, so it's like a double skin, gives you a massive amount of storage onto the sides here that not many other boats have or can do this. So great spot for keys, drinks, food. Goes onto, there's 2 levels of it right here as well. So great little feature of these Game Kings. They've also got the nice carpet lined in there just to have that nice soft touch about it too. Again, windows on the side, and up behind the cab here are our Fusion speakers there for our radio system. Extreme's done a good job about thinking of storage and all the little places in this boat. And you can never have enough storage if you ask me, but this fully opens up here. Great amount of storage for your bits and pieces. You know, we've got our manuals inside here. Here's our Garmin cover, but it's absolutely huge back there. Lots of space to put whatever you want. Then that just all closes up, pushes away. Okay, great little option to have on your 745 Game King. There's just this little simple upholstered dash mat up here. Adds protection if you want to put your keys or any little metal object. Instead of scratching the paint beneath, put this on, put your objects on, and you're good to go. The cab is massive. I've got plenty of room to fully stretch my body, and I'm 6'2", and I've still got leftover room above my head and above my feet too. But it's absolutely huge inside here. It's good height. It's got the extreme, they do the cabin lining through here with the carpet as well. So just to dampen that sound, dampen a bit of the heat that comes through as well. They do a great job with the finish inside this cabin here. I've got our storage bunks along here as well. So just generates a massive amount of space to put your items. You can put rods across there if you wanted to just fold them up. And that goes on both sides too. We've actually got a little hammock option on this one too. It's a cool option again, if you want to keep some things dry above, whatever you want, put them onto the hammock here, and you can see they just sit inside these little areas quite nicely. But we've got the bunks on this side and our massive cab hatch here, so for fresh air circulation, that fully opens up. That's a huge cab, one of the biggest in a 7.5 meter boat. There is our electric anchor winch access to there too, so very easy to get to all these locations. Closes up, and as we remove our bunk infill, again, we've got a little spot here for a toilet. You could possibly do that, but again, more space to put your items, and that just goes back over. And with the very comfy, you should see how thick these pillows are. They're actually so comfy to sleep on, to rest on. That just goes back over the top. And great option if you are heading away from the boat for an hour or whatever amount of time, and you want to keep some valuables inside the cab area. We've got the cabin lockable sliding door. Now, there's a couple different ways that Extreme offers this. You can actually get one coming out from the side too, but this is the rollable lockable door. So there's our key down the bottom, lifts up, access to our cabin. Okay, now when you do catch that big fish, you need a place to obviously put it. Kill tank comes up, put ice in here. Extreme also offers a molded fish bin, which you can put inside there too, but it is floodable, so you can undo the bung, water can come in, and that just lives nice and neatly in between your driver's seats. So looking beneath the 745 Game King from Extreme is you get the Extreme flooding ballast system here. So this runs the full length of the entire keel here. At rest, that will fill up with water, and that decreases the buoyancy of the boat. So the boat will come down the water a bit, and basically what it does, it gives you a bit more stability at rest. There's actually got airtight chambers which run through here too. Big air chambers, again, just adding more buoyancy to the entire boat. Here's our electro tabs here, and you can see that outwards facing chine from Extreme as well. Again, adding that grip through the water, that predictability and stability while at rest. So that was the Extreme Boat 745 Game King. Now, if you've got the money and you want the best of the best fishing boat in that 7.5 meter range, look no further than this model. It's got everything you would want: the space, the deck size, the fishing features, and the usability. It's got everything. Jump onto our website, gcbc.com.au. You'll find the full extreme boat range there, and you'll also see this 745 Game King. If you prefer to speak to someone in person, give our sales guys a call on 075576 7388. And as always, drop a like below, subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss a future video.